Hello and welcome to the Edu-Leaders show on the Edu Bulletin, where we bring you the latest insights and trends from the world of education. I'm Daisy, and I'm excited to guide you through this episode. We have an esteemed guest joining us, Dr. Radha Singh, Director of Training and New School Operations at DPS Hyderabad Pallavi Group of Institutions. In our interview, Dr. Singh shared her positive experience at the summit, highlighting engaging discussions and activities with fellow educationists. She emphasized the need for a shift from teacher-led classrooms to student-centric learning to prepare students for future challenges. Dr. Singh advocated for the new National Education Policy, NEP, 2020, which focuses on skill building alongside academic achievements. She stressed the importance of developing skills to better prepare students and teachers for the evolving educational landscape. Now, let's move directly into our interview. Over to you, Rumani. Let's hear what Dr. Radha Singh had to say.
We have with us a very special guest. She is Dr. Radha Singh, Director Training and New School Operations, DPS Hyderabad, Pallavi Group of Institutions. Welcome to the summit, ma'am, and how's your experience here?
It's been wonderful since morning here. We've had engaging talks, engaging activities here where we were getting to meet educationists, many of them who have been participants here. And this last panel that we had brought to light a lot of new transitions that we'd like to see in education. So this event so far has been very productive and rewarding. There's a lot of learning that's happened as yet, and we wish to see the same in the post-lunch session also.
Absolutely, ma'am. And with educators like you around, we think that it will be possible in the near future as well. So today we are talking about the parents' involvement and teachers. We already put so much concentration on teacher training and all. But if it comes to student-centered learning, what are your thoughts on that and how we can make our curriculum more student-centric?
What is happening here is we are all very familiar with a classroom which is purely led by the teacher. Considering the requirements of future, we can't afford to have a curriculum which is going to be driven purely by the teacher, and the student for most of the time is a passive listener. We need to have our children who are going to learn to work collaboratively, discuss a lot of learning activities, concepts that are happening, and ultimately lead to the transformation that we are talking about. They need to be working on those kind of activities which will make them a team player and give them the skills that are required probably to be future ready. We need to get them to be ready. We can't afford to let them be the kind of passive learner, passive doer. They're not doing it with complete engagement. We'd like to have them completely engaged and active so they're ready for tomorrow.
So with the new education policy coming and a lot of changes have been introduced and suggested. So how do you think it can, the schools can reap the benefits from it?
The new education policy actually that we have, the national NEP that we call NEP 2020, it talks a lot about skill building. It focuses on the skill. And that's exactly what we were talking some time back when we were talking about the student-centered learning, which is going to be more skill-based now, skill-driven. The skills are going to drive. So getting marks on one hand is important, but we at no point can ignore the value or the place skills have taken in today's time. That is needed more than the marks, I guess. Because when we are talking about the careers, we don't know what we are heading for tomorrow. So what are we going to prepare the children? During our times, the options were fewer. But in today's time, it's an ocean out there. And there's too much that a child can do, too many options that he has that he can actually do. And most of these things which he can do can be done with a lot of skills. And our education pattern typically has not been focusing on skills in the previous years, the years gone by. Now, it's high time. We cannot ignore skills. Probably our children will be better placed if they are skilled. We need to upskill our students and teachers as well.
That's very well said, ma'am. And I believe that, with educators like you around, we'll soon have a very different scenario in the near future. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here.
Thank you for having me, my dear. Thank you for having me. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this enlightening discussion. We hope you found it as insightful and inspiring as we did.